Cheers! Amiga Forever 11 is out. I haven't had a look at the current Amiga Forever in a long time. Amiga Forever is the go-to when it comes to getting your legal ROMs for all Amigas. They have even patched 3.1 ROM with their own enhancements and bug fixes. Amiga Forever is made for Windows. And as you may have noticed during my videos, I don't use Windows a lot, but I have gone the extra mile for you and installed Windows. And now we can have a look at the new Amiga Forever 11. So let's start up Windows and go through the installation. The installation is very straightforward, and I just ran with the defaults and did a full install. After it was done installing, it asked for my license key and some theming options, file associations, and I checked for updates. This is brand new, so no need for any updates. At first start, this looks familiar. It has a nice list of all systems, starting from the Amiga 1000 in '85 up to modern Amiga PowerPC setups and eras. It even has a Walker prototype. I'm looking forward to having a play with that. It do come with a few games, and even though I'm more into the productivity part of the Amiga, it's nice to see they have included some. Let's quickly start Megaball and see if that works, just as a quick test. It seems to start window as default. I'll change that later into full screen. I am a usual great at games, so let's quit that. But there are quite a few titles here, so it should be enough to keep you entertained for a long time. I'm glad to see they have included some demos in releases. There are a lot of old gems here, like Nine Fingers, Capture Dreams, DOS, and many others. Inside gallery there is quite a few cool things. There are some PDFs and images of different articles and patents and stuff like that. If you write your own DVD, you can play the videos in the video folder. There are a lot of old gems here, like Jay Maynard's old speech and history of the Amiga and other stuff. The main thing you want with buying Amiga Forever is the ROMs and the setups. It comes with a few pre-installed base setups that it's very good to build upon, like this Amiga 4000 setup with an enhanced RTG desktop. Let's just up the screen mode a bit. In the About section we can see this is based on the fixed up 3.1 by Cluanto. The Amiga Forever 11 setup comes with a web install, so you have a working TESP IP stack, and you can use pages like FrogFind to find software or demos or whatever you'd like. It also comes with Personal Paint and lots of other small programs, but think of it like a good base setup for an RTG workbench that you can build upon and make your own. A very neat trick that I think is new in this version is the possibility to print. If you make a text file like this and then find print on the menu like this and print, this setup then connects to a Windows printer, so you can save as a print stream Or more handy, you can save as a PDF with Microsoft Print to PDF, like this. So if we name this test from Amiga OS and save it, and then jump out to Windows, like this. If we now open the file browser and go to document, we now have a PDF that we made from inside Amiga OS. Quite cool stuff. Another setup that it's worth visiting is this Amiga 2000 setup. It is a preloaded version of Workbench 1.3, and most of us didn't have a chance to use 1.3 with the hard disk and lots of stuff installed. So this is a cool setup if you want to give that a try. As you can see, there is some tools installed, like text editors, icon editors, Fed, which is used to make a font, and lots of other stuff. So this is great for having a play at how it was to have a very powerful Amiga 2000. There is still those old toys we used to play with on the floppy version, like say. Always a good childhood memory to fire that up and have the Amiga greets us.
Hello everyone. Greetings from Proteque.
There is also included basic setups of 3.1, 2.0 and 1.3, etc. This is 2.0 running on the A600. So you have the possibility to experience with the vintage setups as well. One of the Amigas I never had is Amiga 1000, and release 1.1 was what it was shipped with. I only experienced the 1.3. So with the Amiga Forever, I can boot up release 1.1 and have a look at what's inside. Is the good old say in here? I don't think so. It is fun to see, however, that even release 1.1 was very good at multitasking. And as I show you here, you can start up boxes and it runs at the same time as a clock and everything we are used to with multitasking these days. It was already there on Amiga on Workbench release 1.1. You do of course have all the ROMs ever came out of Commodore inside this collection, and you own them legally. As you can see here, you can just copy them out and use them on another emulating setup if you like. So this is the way to get all the ROMs. As you can see, it even has the Walker ROM. So maybe let's start that. The Walker was a prototype from ESCOM that was supposed to be the next generation Amiga. And here we see this is beta release. And let's try to get it full screen. There is something odd going on here. But this is beta software that was never finished. But let's see. This is a screen mode that should be scaled by the emulator. It seems to don't do that. Let's go out of full screen mode. There is quite a lot of empty folders on drawers on the desktop here, but it may be because Cluanto don't have license to distribute WordWorth and TurboCalc and stuff like that. But if we go into About, we can see this is copyright ESCOM. Some cool almost happened history going on here. I will dig more into this on my own later, but it's very cool that Cluanto has included this in Amiga Forever. I'm going to have fun looking into this. There we have it. Amiga Forever 11. It comes with a few demos, a few games, some very nice basic setups of Workbench that you can build upon. and some historical setups that you can dig into and get a feel of how it was on the real deal back in the 80s. It is the go-to when it comes to getting your ROMs, and this is a great release. Everything worked perfectly. I had no issues whatsoever. It delivers everything you need for your emulation setups, and you can use those files on your Raspberry, on your PC running Linux, on whatever emulation setup you have. And I do enjoy that it has a nod to the demo scene. So I will end this with Ephedrina with Fake Electronic Light Show. Cheers! I hope you have a wonderful evening.
These men are consummate snowball artists. They sense and nerve gases to induce hallucination. People think they're seeing ghosts. And they call these bozos who conveniently show up to deal with the problem with a fake electronic light show.